Hello. Gosh, this lighting is... I'm at my son's in Maine. If anyone shows up here, can you let me know if I'm glitching or if this is working or not? Because I'm in the basement in our bedroom. In the guest bedroom. We probably use it the most. Who's here? Oh, it's working? I got a thumbs up. Who's here? Hi, sis. Got a sweater on. 45 degrees. I was going to do it outside. Such a pussy now. 45 degrees is not. Good morning, Cynthia. Yeah. We made out again. Okay. Good. Thanks, sis. Yeah, we didn't get any damage, Peter, except on our bodies, because the last 2 days before we left for Maine, we were raking and blistered. I don't know the last time I had a rake in my hand. And before I knew it, I didn't even have, the blister was already popped and the skin hanging before I realized anything. And fire ants. Oh, fire ants. It lives in, because the water comes up close. It came up close and the edge of the water where all the debris is and everything is like mulch like, and it was, the sun was beating on it. You're always cool no matter what the temp. I love you, Jimmy. Aw, hi, Margie. Says I can bring them on the video. Oh, now that. I should just click on your name. Anyway, yeah. Peter's talking about fire ants for 2 days, and I was fine. I never had no fire ants. He's got freaking bites all over his feet. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The afternoon of Friday. The whole thing is a whirlwind. Hi, Cindy. Good morning. Yeah, I went to rake that mulchy stuff where the water's edge came up on the lawn, and my feet were in, I had flip-flops on, and all of a sudden my feet were on fire. Oh, that's what he's talking about. So our feet, but they don't itch. They've made I guess they make a little blister, and they are, but I'm fine. Somebody said they itch like crazy, but I don't know. So, what are we going to talk about today? Gratitude. I mean, what the hell? Now we've been through Ian, then Helene, which Helene wasn't. That was a skirting up the side. We were on the dirty. Now we know what the dirty side of a hurricane is, which we're always on. That's on the right-hand side. We're always on the right-hand side, except with Ian, which was right on top of us. So we had all sides. If there's a side to a round spinning thing. Anyway, it's so funny, you guys, when Eli, okay, so my grandson is now, he only sees us pretty much, the last time we were here in July, I don't know if he remembers, because the memory is just starting, I don't know, he was a year July 4th. So there's still no identity in there. There's no person. There's no idea of a person inside. There's nothing taken personally. Doesn't know anything about a world yet that comes with the identification of the person. Hi, Beth. Oh, it's good to see you, Beth. Oh, well, it's good. Thanks for being here. Anyway, so because he normally sees us a lot on the camera. And when we came up this morning, because he was in bed, we got here late last night. So when I opened up the door this morning, he looks at me and he no expression whatsoever. And then Peter comes behind the Pop. Where I'm Lolly and Peter's Pop. And when Pop comes, he's just like zero expression. Taylor and Angel are laughing their asses off because he's like, I'm wondering what he was thinking, because normally we're in a video, not in life, in live. He just was staring. And then, okay, so then I was holding him and he hugged me or whatever. But when I gave him to Peter, this kid doesn't really hug. He's on the go. He's busy, busy, busy. He hung on. I've got a video because he wasn't letting go. It was the sweetest thing. I had tears. Peter had tears. It was just so sweet that he just put his head on Peter's shoulder and just stayed there with his arms around him. Oh, it was perfect for Peter. Peter calls him my new little friend. Anyway, so yeah, well, let's talk about the baby. Well, I talk about that a lot, but he has no person inside to take anything personally. There's no person. There's no world. It comes along with the me. Me. Bob. Hi, Bob. Good morning. So this little me that we think we are has to hold up this identity. This identity of me. It has to look a certain way. It has to act a certain way. And when it's acting a certain way, it's got to have others act a certain way, or we fight them. They shouldn't be acting that way. Everybody's doing exactly what they're supposed to do in every moment. Nothing's going wrong here. Even the devastation you see from Milton and Helene and all of that, it's exactly what each person needs for their awakening to what's really going on in life. It looks like horrible. And the other me's, when you watch this, oh, those poor people, there is no person in there. They are just following this little... Okay, so think of Eli. He's just over a year old. There's no little me inside there saying, I need to go pick up this toy. I need to go... But just like the animals. No, nothing. Nobody's directing. Life is directing them, just like it's directing us. But when we start taking on, he will be taking on an Eli, and then he has to be living up to whatever ideals his mind, the program in his mind, says he should be. The word should is the most violent word in the English language. It's not any swear word. It's should, because you're arguing with life. Life is Hey, Martha. Life is exactly the way it's supposed to be for your awakening to realizing that you're not this me inside here. We take on this personality. Oh, we even have tests to find out personality tests. That's all ego. That's all the false self. It's not who you are. And as you take on this, as you become a little bit willing to hear this message, you get to shed that identity, the identities that hold up this me. They start losing their grip. So you're free to just be, not having to fit in a box and not making others have to be in a box for you to be okay with them. Nothing is taken personal anymore. But if something is taken personal, then you know you are identifying with the false self, the little me that's not real. It's, if you look, there are philosophers from way back. Oh my gosh, Henry David Thoreau. There's so many. Ramana Maharshi. There's so many. Well, Khalil Gibran from The Prophet. That's the best book ever. It's deep, but it's the best. I highly recommend that book. It is simple, to the point. Our children are not ours, because we believe as we have kids that we are responsible for making them upstanding citizens or whatever, or what would we be looked at. When people said to me, people say, about Travis and Taylor turning out great kids or whatever, whatever. If I took credit for how they turned out, if they were, I don't know, in jail or rob banks or whatever, I would have to take the blame. Imagine if a kid could just be. It's not an extension of you. Who was I talking to yesterday? You better do, because you're an extension of me. Oh my gosh, who was that? With these hurricanes, my mind's a fog. Because this body has been moved to do all kinds of things. And I'm not saying no to any of it, just flowing with whatever is. Even the fire ants. I was like, oh, that's what you mean. Because Lori was saying, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you getting all these bites? I don't know. I haven't had any fire ants. like I'm better or something because I'm not getting fire ants. The very next day, woo, my feet are on fire when I'm like, and I didn't have my glasses on because it was spitting rain. And I hate, shit on my glasses. So I couldn't even see them. They're freaking biting the shit. I got flip-flops on. But I don't have any boots down there. It's not a normal thing to go raking up shit. Anyway, so we were all prepared for that. For water to even come in, we were all prepared. Hey, Cheryl. Nice to see you here. Anyway, so Eli being that baby, I love using the analogy of a baby because that's what helped me when I first started hearing this message when I was in my 40s, late 30s. Actually, after the awakening, when I was 35, the whole trajectory of my life changed. My life. You see, I have to talk like that. It's not my life. This is just life. When we add a my, just like with money, if somebody else is doing, well, sometimes our minds say, what are they spending? Why are they doing that? Everybody's doing exactly what they're directed to do based on what the program is in our heads. And money is a big one. Money and success, or money and failure. Oh, the lack of money. Because our minds always compare to others. And you either come out better than or less than. That is all ego. That is the false self. That's not who you are. And it's that. So there was a time where I compared this mind compared to others. And when we moved to Florida, there's a lot of rich people there. And when the mind has programmed, since we were little, that success means having a lot of things and big houses and a lot of cars, I've come to see that that's not true. When you have peace within, that's success. When you can just be and not have any, when you can be the word yourself, just be, no matter where you are with others, no matter where you are with them, and you're able to stay calm and peaceful, and whatever they say doesn't trigger you something painful inside, or if they do something. Okay, so when it's triggered, when your mind gets triggered, say somebody says, boy, you've gained weight. How does that feel? If it feels like shit, because you're already believing it. You're already believing you're a person that can gain and lose weight. When you drop the person, this body can just be what it is. And there's no pain. Because basically it's saying, you've gained weight, you're not worthy. Or actually what it used to do to me was, there was times in life, hi Janice, where I've lost weight, gained weight, whatever. And then, but when you've lost, it feels good because it fits into a better society idea of what it should be. So then when the weight comes back, which you're not even in charge of, because you can get an idea of your ideal weight or whatever and try to keep it there. Try it. How's that worked? It's up and down and doing its own thing. When you accept what it is, let go of any thought saying it should be different than it is. Oh, I cannot tell you the freedom it's like space inside your head, like energy inside your body. Just meeting people and not having this story of, oh, last time they saw me, I was smaller, so I should. Just laugh at those programs. Laugh at them. Notice them first and then laugh at them. If you laugh at anything that's causing your body to be upset, if you can laugh at it, like my girlfriend's husband will call her a fat cow. Her husband. So she has an expectation that he shouldn't call her a fat cow. What husband does that? Well, obviously yours does. But it wouldn't bother you if he called you a fat pickle because you don't believe it. She's already believing she's a fat cow, so he's the extension from the outside showing her what she's already thinking and believing subconsciously about herself. That's not true because we're not these bodies. And when you drop that you are this body and all the thoughts that go along with how it should look and how it should be, and things heal. I've told about my knee, about how that was so painful for months until I saw a podcast from Byron Katie saying pain is either remembered or anticipated. It's in our heads. I know that's going to be a stretch for that little me. He's going to be like, what's she talking about? That's bullshit. Give it a try. Ask. Just say, show me. All you have to do is be a little bit willing, a little bit open and willing to see. That's what I said when I heard that. I was like, show me, because I had knee pain that was killing me for months. Close to 4 months of pain, no matter what. There was no relief. In bed, I'd have to lift up the sheet because the drag on my knee, when I turned over, I'd have to lift it up to just turn over because I remembered it hurt. So one night after hearing that podcast and remembered, I said, show me. I go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, which I normally don't do, in the dark, because the bathroom's attached to our bedroom. Went pee, got up, got back into bed, lifted up the sheet to get into bed, and right there. And I have not had pain in that knee since that day, since that night. I went, oh, thank you. Literally, I can do anything. I sit, stand, run, jump, no pain. And didn't go to the doctor. I didn't take pills. Nothing. It's challenging all the thoughts that you believe. Anything you believe has to go. First, you have to realize that all those thoughts, they're not who you are. That's just a ticker tape going on constantly. And that voice in your head, that's not you. It's not you. And just start focusing on what it's saying. What it's saying when you go into places. Just by being open to this message, you don't have to focus really on anything. It'll just happen. Just by being open to this message, it's just going to start happening. Because that's what happened with me. With Lori. She was so insecure. She was so inwardly sad, I guess, and looking for stuff outside to enhance. She had to look a certain way. She had to, she talks a lot. And where I am right now, my daughter-in-law's father said one day, when we first met them, we're playing cards with all these people, and he goes, do you ever shut up? Oh my God, I was so inside the hurt. When we got in the car, I was like, what an ass, because then it'll start blaming. If you start blaming somebody, right there, 3 fingers are pointing back at you. When you blame somebody for anything, just look at just question, okay, what do I need to see here? Why am I blaming? Why am I blaming that person? They're just being who they are. And if it triggers something inside of you, so I was obviously already believing that I talk too much. Once I realized, okay, I talk too much. Once I accepted that about myself, then there's no, whenever somebody says it, I just laugh. If somebody tells me, do you ever shut up? I just laugh. That's another thing that comes along with letting go of the identities, the layers of identity. You start being lighter. You don't take life so serious. If you're in a thought storm is what I call it now, a thought storm of, and your body is uptight and upset and, you're stuck in a loop. Take a breath. Take a breath and just let it go. Or say, show me. What is going on here? Because it's really going on in you. And it automatically wants to blame others. Oh, because we went to see that movie, The Wild Robot or whatever, and this lady was there. I think I wanted to talk about this last week and I got off track. Funny. I got off track. So there was this woman kept telling him, oh, maybe I did say it. She kept telling him to shh. She didn't. Now, I was shushed when I was little too, because my mom was worried about what others would think if I did something wrong, whatever. So the message to that little boy is he's doing it wrong. So that's how innocent every single person is innocent. You are innocently believing the thoughts. Unless you hear this message, how else would you know that those thoughts are not you and that you're carrying around this idea of a me that's worried? The anxiety of being a me, it's the minute you wake up in the morning, the second she comes back on or he comes back online, there's automatic uptightness in the belly because it gets on with its day, and it has to be all the programs. Those programs are so restricting. They're so constricting, tightening your belly. That's why anxiety is such a big thing, because people think they have to be a certain way to be good enough. Because along with the idea of a me, you have to, it believes it's separate from God, from life, from love. God, to me, is love. Love is this, and this whole thing that I do every Sunday is all about love. Love, love. When you realize that you are love, because basically what it tries to do is get love and acceptance. Just like a little kid, it wants attention, love, and acceptance from other people. When it's throwing a fit, just love it. Just love it. Don't chastise it for crying or whatever. Don't cry or I'll give you something to cry about, is what I was told. It's just looking for love. Everybody is looking for love outside of themselves. But as this message comes in, you start realizing that you are that love. You are it, and that false little me that you've started believing yourself to be, that Eli does not believe he is yet. There is no me inside that body. He's just being led by life itself. And life knows God, love, whatever, knows what it's doing. And when we say, no, it should be a different way, we're fighting. That's what feels like shit in this body. Do you understand? Am I getting this across? Just the fact that you're here and entertaining this for any length of time, something, the real you is resonating with it. And even the false you is going, this feels good. This feels good. What? That's all you need to be. It's a little bit willing to know that there's a different way. And Janice, your dog didn't go anywhere. She's still with you in your heart. My parents left, boom. Well, February 23 and February 24, right behind, both within a week of a year, they both went. And I still have had no grief. I feel them right here. They weren't those bodies. That dog was not that body. She's that love in your heart. Whenever you think of her, whenever I think of my parents, I think of gratitude. So much gratitude for who they represented, why Lori is here today, why Lori's body is here today. And she's able to transcend because she's gotten this message that there's just that essence that's making, there's no person inside here saying she should be moved. These words are not rehearsed. It's life doing it. And that resonance that you feel, you are the same life I am. We're not separate. So that's why when you judge somebody for doing it wrong, or, yesterday we were somewhere where there was a lot of, sorry, Margie, a lot of biting. Oh, and I'm just breathing. Love. Just keeping the vibration of love. Whenever I just love everybody. Because as I love them, I'm loving me, the little me. You can love, my girlfriend, when I told her about her little girl, she goes, oh, I hate her. Oh my gosh. You can't hate your little one. That your little girl or boy inside, he just wants to be loved. The thing is, wants to be loved. Loved means somebody else needs to love. No. You are it. You are that love that you're looking for in everybody else. Love and approval. You don't need to be approved by anybody but yourself. that little me. Just love her or him. On my screen, on my phone, my home screen is my little girl. I just love her so much. She's so adorable. That was before there was a me. And she's been through so much pain and suffering, which was not hurting who I really am. It's just the body and mind. And when it feels uncomfortable, you know you're in a mind F-U-C-K. It's constantly going, berating you. Every single pain in your body, upset, you know right there, you're in the false self. It's not who you are. Who you are is that spirit that your mind's going to try to put it in a box, try to understand. There's no box. It's the essence. It's the same thing that grows your fingernails, makes the trees all turn color and fall off and then grow again. Whatever's doing that's doing that body. It's doing it. Let it do it. Don't fight it. Anything you resist, you're fighting it. Don't fight life. It knows what it's doing, even if it hurts. What was it? Oh, we were supposed to go to this restaurant just before we left Florida, and we were with Kevin and Angie, and this chicken, I could taste it. I really wanted this chicken. It's coconut chicken. Oh my God, it's so good. Anyway, we get there. It's closed. And I could see inside there was a fighting against a, oh my God, no, I'm not going to get that chicken. As soon as I felt that angst inside, I just, okay. Because as you start feeling the calm inside, when something comes up like that, as in opposition, hi, Kristen, in opposition to what's happening, that upset inside seems foreign. So it's immediate, you know, okay, I'm thinking against myself here. What is going on? So take a deep breath, come back to the heart. It's okay. It's okay. That's my number one. It's okay. Just remind yourself it's okay. Corey! Hi, Cor! Oh my God, Corman. Haven't seen you in forever. Yeah, it's okay. When you can tell yourself it's okay, that's my new shirt that I had. I actually wore that the last day in Florida. Everything is okay if you just let it be, if you don't fight it. Because your mind is going to try to fight it and go, resist, fight. Anything you're fighting owns you. Deep breath, it's okay. It's okay. Lori says it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes it'll go, Lori says it's okay. What the? I'm telling you, it's all okay if you let it be. No matter what it is. Anyway, I think I'm done. Unless anybody has a question, which doesn't seem like most people have a question. If you were watching this in the later on, let me know if there's a question, and I will. Hi, Betty. German. Anyway, let me know. I'll answer it next Sunday. All right. I hope you felt the love I have for every single one of you, because it's coming from here. Once you realize you are the love, it just goes. You can't stop it because we're all the same thing. We are exactly the same thing. What reactions are now enabled? I don't know what that was. I always get things up on here. Anyway. Okay. Have a great week. I'm going to enjoy Maine. The colors. I'm going to go down to the water as soon as I'm done here. Thanks, Cynthia. Love right back at ya. I love you all. Until next Sunday. Bye. Okay.